Joining me now is someone who knows her well, her friend and former colleague in the Senate, Democratic Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey. Senator, thank you for coming on. And first, what does it mean to you to watch your friend this weekend? I watched you two work hard together in the Senate around the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, around the John Lewis bill. So I've been in the room with y'all and knew the friendship and bond y'all had. What does it mean to you to see this week her become the de facto nominee, have a stellar first week in fundraising, and take Donald Trump to task over debates? From your experiences working with her, why is she the perfect person to meet this moment?
Well, I was in the trenches with her on a lot of really important fights. And there's legislation that she and I worked on and partnered on and fought for that then, when she was vice president, she worked with the president that actually got to sign so much of that legislation. So whether it was things like being part of the group that was pushing to get Juneteenth a holiday, or the anti-lynching bill, or you're right, especially right now with the murder of Massie, the urgency for the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. She co-authored that bill with me and incredible House members and leaders. So I know what it's like to be with her in a foxhole. I know what it's like to fight with her in the trenches. And I'm excited that we're now at this period where America's going to just see how extraordinary she is. She is a glass ceiling breaker. She is a history maker. And in fights, she is a name taker. She's somebody that is relentless, that is prepared, who has a sense of excellence and possibility about what we can make happen together.
Now, VP Harris is expected to make her choice for running mate in less than 2 weeks. NBC reports there are about 12 names under consideration for the Democratic vice presidential nomination. But according to sources familiar with the campaign, Vice President Harris has wind down the list, I should say, to Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, and Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona. What are you hearing about the search? You know, and I know she does not always go with would be predicted. And I must say, on my radio show, you're in the top 2. In fact, probably the top 1.5. Would you serve if she asked you?
I think there's as much of a chance of me being the next contestant on The Bachelor as there is of me being her vice presidential pick. I'm looking forward to being,
well, you qualify for both, though.
Thank you, Rev. That's a different kind of show you and I could have in the future.
All right.
But right now, the reality is, look at that list. All of us as Democrats should be really, really excited about just that list there. She's got tremendous choices. My dad is a North Carolinian. What a great governor he is. I will tell you, Josh Shapiro is one of the more dynamic, charismatic people that I've had a chance to get to know personally. And Mark Kelly, let me tell you, I've served with this man as well. He is one of the more extraordinary human beings I've met. Forget United States senators. Here's a guy that has landed jets on aircraft carriers, military service, a NASA astronaut. I mean, quite literally, that guy has the right stuff and is out of this world. So I'm excited about the possibility, because with Mark Kelly, you also get perhaps one of the greatest champions and heroes in the country, who would be the second lady in Gabby Giffords. So this is a powerful group of people. We as Democrats should understand that we have momentum, the big mo right now. We've got energy. But I'm out here in Nevada campaigning up and down the ticket right now, because this election, as great as our candidate is going to be won in the grassroots. It's going to be won by seeing this record volunteerism that she's got, these small dollar contributions. When it comes to leadership that we're looking for in this country, I know the vice presidential pick is important, but you know, as one of our great civil rights leaders once said, we are the leaders that we've been looking for.
That's right.
There are a lot of really important roles that each of us now have to play in getting this election to a victory spot.